It's just another day that ends with a Y when we have the media attacking us simply because we are criticizing decisions made with games. Typically, they simp for companies like Ubisoft or EA, but now they're going ahead and defending what's really Microsoft in the Oblivion Remastered Edition because they're saying, is it too woke? And right-wing gamers are trying to mod out this simple feature. But before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I always think that it is funny when gamers are called right-wing simply because they are criticizing decisions made with games. In this case, we're being called right-wing losers simply because we're criticizing the fact that the Oblivion Remastered Edition went ahead with body types 1 and 2 instead of male and female. And with that, of course, there has been a lot of talk about mods. We know that Nexus Mods has actually went back on their decision to ban the male and female mods. They are allowing them on their platform. Now, they kind of tried to sweep it under the rug like it really wasn't a big thing, it was just a mistake, and surely we wouldn't try to silence gamers and ban mods that we don't like. But they've gone back on that, yet Vice has thrown a bit of a hissy fit simply because gamers want to mod their own copy of their game. So again, this is a Vice article, of course, an outlet filled with activists who couldn't make it at mainstream political sites like MSNBC, so they have to go somewhere else. It says, did you download the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, sit down to play and throw your controller at your TV? You know, because Bethesda shadow dropped a woke remake. First of all, it's not a remake. It is a remaster. You literally just had to enter in the title. I know some of us have been saying it's more like a remake, but it is still technically a remaster. I bet the thought didn't even cross your mind since you're a reasonable human being who doesn't hate minorities. Unfortunately, the biggest losers in gaming are up in arms over Oblivion Remastered due to a gender-affirming change in the game's character creator. Oh no, not trans people playing video games. So there's already so much to unpack here. Now, first of all, this is written by Anna Valens, a crazy individual who has done damage to the video game industry. They've previously worked at sites like Fanbyte, Polygon, Esports, and even The Mary Sue, so opinion instantly discarded. But she also talks about sex work, so I'm sure this is going to remind you of a certain someone within this industry who used to be the senior editor for Kotaku. Anna would best be described as a competitive gamer. She's a diehard Valorant player with over 1,200 hours. I mean, I have like over 4,000 hours in Apex Legends. I don't go around calling myself a competitive gamer. I have like 3,000 hours in Rust. I don't go around saying I'm a Rust professional. I just think that that's a little bit silly unless you have like stats. I, for example, was the #1 North American healer for 2 PvP seasons in a row in Star Wars The Old Republic, so, like, I could say that about myself, but I don't even do that. But going back to the article, what I find funny about this situation is that they specifically say, oh no, not trans people playing video games. Now, I don't make the rules, I just follow them, but technically Bethesda's being transphobic because transgender people want to go from one gender to another. What you are doing is you are erasing gender in this game. You are adding body types 1 and body types 2, so technically Bethesda's the ones that are being transphobic. It says, so how upset are these right-wingers? They tried to promote a mod that alters the terms used for the game's body type descriptors. Yeah, we simply wanted to go back the way that the game used to be. The game used to have male and female, and in the game itself, if you pick like a body type 1 and you walk up to a guard, they'll say, ma'am. If you are a body type 2, they'll say, sir. So they really just made this performative change at the start of the game, which really makes no sense except for political correctness, and they're trying to, like, of course, push their activism into video games. It's not like it makes a meaningful change to the game. Because in remasters, and of course remakes, sometimes changes are made, like with gameplay. It's updated, it's modernized. Sometimes you will have elements that are more fleshed out, but in this case, it just really makes no sense unless you are just trying to push a political agenda in a game. It says, and when one of the biggest modding sites on the internet banned the change, they went ballistic. Gotta love right-wing gamers getting owned, huh? Gotta love right-wing gamers getting owned, right? Hey guys, Nexus Mods quietly reverses course on male and female mod for Oblivion Remaster. Hey guys, you gotta love the left-wing gamers getting owned, huh? Shortly after Oblivion Remastered launched on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S, gamers discovered that the Elder Scrolls remake did away with its gender selection terminology. In the original Oblivion, players chose their gender as male or female. Yes, and that is why people were upset, because you are altering a system that was already in a game. Why is that such a big deal that we simply are criticizing it? And to top it all off, the point of downloading mods is to alter your copy of your game the way that you want. So it shouldn't be a big deal, but they are making it a big deal. First of all, because they're not real gamers. You're not going to convince me that Anna Valens here actually cares about the video game industry. They're working for Vice, putting out hit pieces on gamers. But second of all, people, again, can do what they want with their copy of a game. And you should be promoting the freedom for players. Now, Oblivion Remastered uses body types, of course. They bring up Grums's posts, and they even have brought up Kata saying the worst gamers you know are mad at Nexus Mods now. What is that supposed to mean? Nonetheless, modders Ultra Pouring turned to Nexus Mods last night with an upload called Classic Body Types, replacing Type 1 and Type 2 with male and female. Nexus Mods removed the addition soon after its upload and banned them for violating community rules, but they have since unbanned them, and they have since allowed these types of mods on the site. And funny enough, if you go to Nexus Mods, the body type altering or the gender addition to the game are in the top 3. So it's very clear that gamers wanted this. It's very clear that gamers do not want to have to deal with body types within their experience. Grifting off the right wing never gets old in games. It says one site, DEG Mods, turned to Twitter to promote a second Oblivion Remastered body type mod from Tulpa Town W. This iteration uses the term sex instead of body type. As the article says, it is the only mod available for Oblivion Remastered on the site. The move was hailed as a victory by right-wing Twitter users. F censorship, F Nexus Mods. One anti-feminist VTuber said in a viral tweet. I love how all they really do in this article is label people all of these different things to try to hit their point home, which really doesn't work. It just makes you look pathetic. It's like if you are in kindergarten, you're on the playground, you're going, you're stupid, you're fat, you're mean. It's the same exact thing, like calling someone an anti-feminist, calling someone a right-winger, calling someone a bigot. These terms have absolutely no meaning anymore because you use them so much. I mean, every single person they refer to within this article has some kind of label attached to them, which is why we can't sit here and take you guys seriously at all whatsoever. So, I mean, I'll be keeping my eye on this situation as time goes on because I do not trust Nexus Mods. Okay, even though they have reversed course, I still do not trust them to not ban any mods like that or any other mods that somebody might want to use in Oblivion Remastered or in literally any game. So I do still recommend you check out alternatives like Based Mods and DEG Mods. They will be linked down below. I highly recommend them. But at this point, while Vice has put up this hit piece against gamers, it's actually them who are getting owned, which I think is so fucking hilarious. Did anybody really call Oblivion Remastered woke? I haven't particularly seen that. I didn't call it woke. I just said, this is a change, and if you do not like it, do not support it. I mean, speak with your wallet, and there are plenty of people out there who don't think it's too big of a deal, which is perfectly fine. If you think that this game looks awesome, I highly recommend you buy it. I hope you have fun with it. I hope you love the time playing it. But at the end of the day, Vice is saying that, oh, anybody that's right-wing that's talking about this on YouTube or X are grifters. Yet it's funny because they are doing literally the same exact thing. So if I'm bad, you're just as bad. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.